Hey everyone, Pesmori here and welcome to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statements. I think he's dead. I hope he is. Very well, no opening statements, so... Oh no. Why does he... Why did it sound like that? Why does he sound like that? Oh my gosh. I didn't even read what he said just now. Whatever. No. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? It means he's a very fast guy. Okay. Bah! Must you question everything? Yeah, I'm questioning who thought this was a good idea? You know, who thought that the objection coming out of your mouth should sound like that? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. Yep. Must have said the same thing to your wife before I took over. Wait, what? I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the noodle. Of the restaurant Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. He's probably senile enough to sound like that. Let's be real. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Are you? Yup, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this guy is. Objection! Wait a damn minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Stop that. Just don't talk, okay? Just don't talk. Because I do not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. The witness will state his name. Thank you. I'm not really sure, are you? What do you mean? My memory... Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. You do know that the name goes way before that, right? It's from birth to the present, okay? Even if he loses his memory, like, to a certain amount of years, he's still gonna know his name, right? The only thing is, like, if he forgets everything, but... I mean, you said that it's beyond the last several years, but... Whatever, let's continue. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? Oh, wait. Does he mean, like, before everything from that time, and then everything before that time? I don't know. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Are you? I was in the restaurant, where I rent BUTZ as usual. Then I heard a loud bang. Are you? When I looked out in the window, I saw a boat just floating in the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. Shut up. Oh my gosh. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Not wrong. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict. Now. Yes. No. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. What? Excuse me? Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Very well, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Just after midnight, you say? Are you? Just around then? Are you sure? Pretty sure, are you? When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seemed so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly. I did. Are you? You see? Continue. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. The fucking bird! Mr. Wright! Exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, Polly is the fucking bird. A parrot? Yeah, a parrot. Don't be so hard on the girl, Casey boy. Okay. The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. And where did the bang seem to come from? Yeah. From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Are you? Good. Continue. Was there someone on the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there, are you? But you couldn't see them clearly. Are you? At the time, that is. At the time? So you heard 2 gunshots. Are you? That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. by your window. Are you? By my window, right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right in front of me. I saw him. That's a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. What is it, Karma? I have a bad feeling about this. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! It's certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. Oh. Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him. That Edgeworth. You might need to call the hospital or the ambulance. Call an ambulance. I think he might die in like 30 seconds. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Like his one or yours? Nick! I don't like the way things are going on here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better act quick, but this trial is going to be over. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired the gun. Stop! Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. This is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his words is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, we have to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? Let me check. Yeah, I have no idea. It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what I can do. I don't know what to do anymore. Please! Can you hear me, sis? Please! We need your help! Nick needs you! You're like if Sonic the Hedgehog was a lawyer, okay? That finger wag, how you just want to go fast? What's that called? I don't know, tisking? I don't know what it's called. Yeah, you're basically if Sonic the Hedgehog was a lawyer. With a lot of reverb. 3 minutes was perhaps too high of an expectation. However, 15 minutes ain't bad. This must be a new record. I don't know, Sonic's CD, Sonic would have just jumped off and committed suicide, in 10, so probably not. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Shit, no. What do I do? The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. Shit, no. No! Wait! Who was that just now? Me! Huh? What? Larry? Oh damn. What are you doing here? Listen! You gotta listen to me! I was there, in the park, the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it till yesterday, but today I remembered it. Wow, very convenient timing. Hey, I'm not complaining. It's just, you know, better late than never, I guess. Remembered what? The gunshot! I heard it too! Can you stop making that face, please? It's rather unpleasant, like mine. Oh, order! Stop it. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you're saying you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and then you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I testify. Let me testify. Order. Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick! This is it! Larry's given us this one final chance! She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. Come on, man. He could make things even worse. Mr. Eggles was just declared guilty, Nick! It doesn't get any worse! You're right. Okay. Your Honor. If there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here. Right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overruled. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent any inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to stand, to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Whew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat. I've seen worse. Yeah, right. You're sweating bullets. I was wondering what Larry plans to say in there. Yeah. It's probably saying it wrong. Whatever. Larry was at the lake that night? Yeah. He said you went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right! And he found the balloon and the air tank that... Oh wait. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night? Yeah? Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? Nothing. Mr. Edgeworth? There's something I've been meaning to ask you? What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. You fucking idiot! Didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick! No 10-minute trial this time! We'll milk this one for all it's worth! Hey, it was 15 minutes! 15! Everything's on Larry now. Yeah. Court is now in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw on the night of December 24th. Right. Leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't fuck this up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right. That night, I was out in the boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental ship dock. Yeah, whatever. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked over at the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was unusually vague. Even for this court. In any case, you may begin the cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's talking about, or what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go forward, Nick. Alright. Something wrong, Mr. Wright. There's so many things wrong I don't know where to begin. Okay. First of all, what time was it? It was after 11. By the time everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited till the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on the boat at such a late hour? Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. BUTZ, what was it you're looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. That is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. Around what time was that? Let's see. I was out searching for about an hour. Guess it was around 12, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial anyway. People use watches these days, Larry. And how is a sundial going to work at night? Where did the sound come from? Well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order. Order! Well, Mr. BUTZ? Whoa. Everyone just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, huh? Guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it took me quite a long time. But wait a second, Larry. But what? You only heard one bang. You sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday she heard two. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Probably not. Were you paying attention at all to what they were saying? Yo, Nick, please! Use your brain! Use your brain! That thing in your head? Use it! Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here! Fuck off! So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. BUTZ! What? You only heard one gunshot! Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I don't know. Not sure. How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. It's my headphones. What? Oh dear. Order! Order! And stop that moving! Mr. BUTZ! You were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testament. Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue the testimony? No, I think we've heard enough. That's all too embarrassing. In fact, I think we all heard enough. What are you thinking, Nick? If you stop now, Mr. Edwards will be found guilty! We have to turn this trial around now! Your Honor, Please allow this witness to continue this testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Well, yeah, right back at you, fella. Very well, Mr. BUTZ. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me. You heard jack shit. Oh yeah, right. I'm saving a lot more often because I keep losing. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. I feel you. That's why I was listening to an all-requests show on the radio, see? What? I was listening to it like real booming loud, like... But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly when the DJ was saying what I heard too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah? What's the big problem? Your hearing problems. Like down the road. Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Ain't this a free country? Debatable. I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Objection! Wait, Your Honor. The witness says he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? Like from Street Fighter? Wait a minute, that's a Street Fighter reference, ain't it? I just realized. You know, because Capcom made Phoenix Wright and Street Fighter to those who don't know for some reason. I don't know why you wouldn't know. Maybe you're the age of 12. I don't know. An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Not the black guy in Street Fighter. Anyways. What this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have only heard the shot from the lake. He could have heard it from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. This charade. This fucking guy. I swear. So you turned on the radio? Not the first thing I'd do, I'd just boot up Persona 3 or something. Or, you know, something like Team Fortress 2, Halo Infinite. What else? Valorant? Right. Actually, I don't like Valorant. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? Personally, I wouldn't. You know, I would probably just turn on Beam and G, take up my totally responsible purchase of my G29 steering wheel, and then just put on some therapeutic music and, you know, just drive on an empty track for like 3 hours to stifle the pain of loneliness. You know, like a healthy male. With no friends. You don't know what it's like out there, alone, on Christmas Eve, alone! I shouldn't have said anything. Being a kid is laughing at Larry. Being an adult is sympathizing with him. Or empathizing. Or relating. Yeah, relating. Or maybe... But then again, he is dating, like, models, okay? That's why I was listening to an all-requests show on the radio, see? How many of them requested video game songs? I don't know, maybe Guile's theme from Street Fighter? Or maybe Wily's Castle from Mega Man 2? Or what about Cornered from Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney? Or maybe Bury the Life of Devil May Cry 5? You know? I mean, personally, I'd request those. Well, Sonic songs, but still. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That's all we need to know. Hey, we need to know if the song he was listening to was shit or good, okay? We need to know whether it was shit or the shit, you know? Shit or lit, yeah. Shit or lit. That's all. Tell us, Mr. BUTZ, how loud was the radio set to that night? Yep. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know? Like you had your headphones on. Yep. I wouldn't think you would hear anything going on outside after all. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Sure it did. What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possibly good could knowing what the DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see reason why we should care. We should? We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if you don't ask, huh? Fine, very well. Please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Hey, it's almost Christmas. Okay. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Okay. Huh, maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. Gotta press it while we get to the bottom of what happened. Ah ha ha! I got it first try! I used my brain. The thing in my head, I used it! Finally! Okay. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? Looks scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you know better. You better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed. And? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. The photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day! This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight? However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Sus! What? Well, Mr. Wright? What do you think about his claim? He's right. He's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me. Please let me save, please let me save, please let me save. Okay, it's not letting me save. Don't worry, I have the evidence right here, I hope. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Most of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order. I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimony. Please. Don't waste our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof it was fired before midnight? Do you have any proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright? There's no turning back now. Do you have any evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence that he was just hearing things? Please be right. Okay, he's right. Look at this photograph. This was taken by a witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in the photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. Huh? Correct? What's correct? Aha is correct? There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50. That's why this photo was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. Order. That will make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what would happen that night on the lake. Exactly! If this is true, there were 2 separate sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Uh-oh, better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it! What do you have? I'm scared of what I'm gonna choose. Huh? Remember the case of the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember! I don't. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yeah? If you don't figure this out now, you'll never overturn his guilty verdict. Got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony has now been cleared up. This entire case. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realize the truth. That there can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, bitch. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, bitch. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This is shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on the boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit, it's just hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot after 15 minutes. At 15 minutes after midnight. Huh? What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp from the photo says 12:15, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you mad? Oh shit. Please let me save. Thank you very much. Thank you. Arigato. Terima kasih. Gracias. Adios. Wait, what? Oh yeah, merci. Yes. Of course. It was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50. He assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Mr. Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, the time travel helped. Wait, what? Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Mr. Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Oh, ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. Just using my time powers. Hold on. The murderer's name? Right, it's... Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Well, where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why did he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Shit. Show the judge where the thing took place. Okay. Here, of course. The boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. saying that, please. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake of the boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he starts to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he just returned the boat? The boat shop! Yeah, it's all coming together now. Mr. Wright! What happened that night on Gourd Lake? I'm surprised another question's coming in. Oh, I don't know why, I'm just scared. Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? No, not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I just might be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat called Robert Hammond into his shop. This was around 11:50 p.m. This was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. At the time, the caretaker put on Robert's coat. He became Robert Hammond. He pulled a TF2 spy, okay? He pulled a TF2 spy. Then he got into the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat? Probably Miles. It was Miles Edgeworth. Nick, how could it be? Wasn't the old man holding the pistol? Yeah, good thinking. That was easy, Nick. Well, what I'm worried about is what you're thinking. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yeah? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Question, coming up. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer... To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires once, then ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, his heart did exactly that, and after hearing the first gunshot, next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. And then next, the fucking idiot picks it up and complicates things. Okay. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once he realized that, everything falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. That's what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Okay, was that necessary? Bayleaf? Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker. Quickly! Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Mr. Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request the police department utilize all its forces to find the witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who was the boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to the trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. How does it feel to be demoted from the Alpha? Huh? Von Karma, you bitch. Yay, Nick! You did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out of from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Mr. Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure. Once I sifted through his unique testimony, still he did save us. I just wish our case weren't so down in the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You could try to smile a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a while now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I had. A memory from a crime that I committed. A crime you committed. A memory of a murder. Oh dear God. Oof, wow, that was pretty hard. Yep, I just keep failing. It is getting hard now. At least for me. You know, I'm not really smart, okay? I'm not smart. So, I fail a lot.
So yeah, I had to save a lot, reload a lot, yeah. But it didn't really occur to me to save during the court case, so yeah. Well, this is a new one. I didn't expect that to happen. You know, I mean, we did kinda, like, it does seem plausible because it's been done before in a previous case, in a more believable manner. But this just seems a lot more unbelievable. But it's because it's been built to that point, it becomes believable. What kind of psychological trick is this? Like, what? And boy, oh boy. Miles, what the hell is wrong with you, you know? Like, personally, me, I would not touch a gun after someone used it and then jumped into the water, okay? I think they were up to some shit, and then you just had to touch it. You just had to touch it, you know? Come to think of it, how come his prints aren't on it? Maybe he was wearing gloves. Yeah, if there were like no prints on that, maybe... I mean... Then again, it was because of his prints that it saved the case the other time, so... Maybe it was not really a screw-up, but... Still, you know? Ah, whatever. Who knew the senile old man would be the murderer? Not me. And now he's on the run. Or maybe it's not the old man, maybe it's something else, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for watching my playthrough of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And I'll see you guys next time. Good night.